Sister Patricia Lanigan, who is in Ireland briefly, before returning to Nairobi very shortly. You're welcome, Patricia.
Thank you.
And you're in the final stages of work on your PhD thesis. So can you tell us what is the subject of your study?
I'm writing about the Institute of Social Ministry in Mission, the place where I've been teaching in Nairobi for the last 10 years.
Okay, and what is the title or the subject of your PhD thesis?
It's a working title at the moment, and I'm calling it Social Ministry Training, an Experiment in Africa.
And where have you done your research for this?
I did the field research of it partly in Nairobi, meeting some of the graduates there, because we've over 500 graduates now.
Already,
and
right.
I was also meeting some of them in Nakuru and Kisumu, though of course with all the violence in Kenya over the past year and a half, it's actually quite difficult.
Wouldn't have been so easy. And then you had a lot of library work to do, I'm sure, also.
I did, of course, and that I did here in Dublin.
Well, of course, study is not new to you. You started off in the world of sociology, didn't you?
I did a degree in social science before I joined MMM.
You were working as a social worker. And I think you also had mission experience in Nigeria for a number of years, didn't you?
I was almost 20 years there, yes.
Were you?
Partly working in a rehab centre for the physically handicapped. And what I remember there is doing ballet exercises with some of the children with polio to get them up on their feet again.
You had done ballet yourself long ago. And I think you were in a very remote place there, where you're travelling by canoe and...
That's right. And then I moved to Lagos, and I was there a total of about 15 years.
In parish ministry, was it?
Parish and then diocesan level, yes.
Making the parishes...
Come alive.
Come alive, right. So you brought to your work in the Mission Institute in Nairobi a lot of hands-on practical experience.
Yes, and certainly that's what made passing on the knowledge I had so painfully gained was really great, to pass it on to the seminarians there when I was teaching in pastoral theology. And then I started working in the Institute of Social Ministry, which is really faith-based community development.
With a view to?
Well, the graduates that we have, most of them will work in church groups, different denominations. We have a few Muslims, but not many. And a lot of them would work in different NGOs, not just to try and work at a local level in community development, but also to empower people to work for the transformation of society, really. From
a faith base?
Yes.
Okay, well, you're heading back to Kenya now very shortly. I'm sure that's going to be a big transition for you from the academic world that you've been inhabiting while you did your thesis.
Well, certainly it'll be back to deadlines and timetables and the number of students in the institute. We now have about 60 per year instead of 30 per year. Oh. So certainly I'll be busy.
You'll have a busy teaching routine.
But I'm looking forward to it.
Well, the best of luck on your travels, and thanks very much.
Thank you.